Ball Z getting such a big character of Gohan. So the day he debuted on Cartoon Network, I went to like planetnamek.com, which was the big fan site back then. And nothing but hate. It's like, Gohan sounds disturbing, it's terrible. It's like, I was depressed. And I saw a lot of hate for Kamina too, the day that they debuted on Sci-Fi. It's like, he's got it all wrong, you're terrible. I had someone come up to me at a con and said, Gohan sucks! And I said, at least I got paid. You know, we do the job that's, I was saying this in the panel earlier next door, that it's like, we do what we're directed to do. So, the performance you hear was asked by the director and approved by the producer, and someone in Japan said, yes, that is perfect, that's what we want. And opinions vary. I mean, used to say, it's like, no, your opinion is wrong. You know? Everyone's got one.
Yes. For me, not so much. I mean, even though I've been doing voiceover for a long time, I'm not very prominent in fan circles, and so I find the biggest debate on the forums is to who exactly did play the character that I played. Whether it's like, oh, it's Quentin Flynn. No, it's not. It's Dave Wittenberg. Well, they all suck. You know, so that's kind of what I come across. Not so much.
And let me take a moment to say, since the subject has been breached or broached, whatever, I prefer breached. As a director, because I do a lot of dub directing as well, you know, everyone out there, when you see a dub, everyone has their own opinions and everyone has their own expectations, and it is sometimes possible to meet them. Very rarely is it possible to meet everyone's expectations, and if you try, you end up with a piece of crap anyway. Because if you try to please everybody, then you're not doing your own thing, you know, and you know, you want to see actors and people do their own thing. And I say this as a director, not as an actor. As a director, if you have a problem with a dub, and it may be a legitimate gripe, it may be something you feel this was a terrible choice of line, this was a terrible choice for the actor. The actors, as Kyle has said, are paid to go in and do the job, and we get work based on how easy we are to work with. Like, so we don't come in and kick in the door like, no, I'm gonna do it this way, screw your vision, you know, I'm gonna do it this way. We do what's there. That's our job. So if something doesn't meet your expectations, or you feel like going on and going, I want to burn your house down for that role, first of all, don't. It's just a bad thing to do. It makes you an asshole.
And an arsonist.
And, but you know, yeah. And you know, again, it's the directors and the producers that make those choices, and again, they're approved by the Japanese, so it's all it's a hugely collaborative effort. There's never, if you dislike something about a dub, there is no one person that should ever shoulder the blame for that or take responsibility. And often, especially, I mean, because I'm an anime fanboy and have been since I was very, very young, and I sometimes preferred dubs, sometimes I didn't. It depended on the show and all that, but I've come back to a lot of shows that I used to not like the dub for and have a new appreciation for them and thought, oh, you know what? Actually, this is really good. It's just when I was 12, I didn't really have the sensitivity to understand what they were going for, so I didn't like it. So it just, you have to be a little more open-minded and just don't be mean. Just don't be mean. There's no point. Don't take advantage of the relative anonymity that the internet can afford you and say, I want to kill this person's children. Because, again, it's just mean. So that's just my public service announcement saying it. As a director, we actors, of course, we appreciate feedback and constructive criticism, but wanting to kill our families and burn our houses down is not really constructive criticism, so...
It's a little extreme.
So, but that's it. Thanks for bringing that up. That's a good topic. Chris, you want to pick a question?
Okay. Let's see. Wait.
Can you say banana and Energy's voice?
Oh, how did this start? I got asked to say a line from Inaru from One Piece. The line is Banana-me, and it started because like one of the first scenes we ever see Inaru in, he was like this big villain in One Piece. And who's here familiar with One Piece, by the way?
One Piece? Is that One Piece? Yeah. Oh, I like One Piece.
The first time he's sitting and he's like,
I think it's alright.
Big bowl of fruit next to him, right? And he's beautiful.
No biggie deal. Other
he's
people
like this
record
utter
them, so I guess I can watch the other boys like Akiba and stuff. On YouTube maybe. Hopefully.
This big ridiculous voice, and everything he says is just, oh, I'm so bored with you, and so it was just the flaps that the line is written, which I thought was really, really funny, was at some point in the middle of delivering this really evil monologue, he just turns to one of the attendant girls with his banana and says, "Banana me." Which is really funny, because it just, it was banana me, and it was just, and we laughed, but we laughed so hard that we're like, okay, that's too funny, let's draw that back, and we just made it feel this for me, would you? So like the banana me thing, but like I told that story somewhere, like on the unofficial One Piece podcast, guys, maybe tell that story, and I love it. So that became like our watchword for Inaru is banana me. And all it does in the real world is get me kicked in the nuts. So.
Nouns become verbs.
Yes, nouns become verbs.
Banana me.
Oh my god, we did it all the time.
Banana me. Let's go to the back of the room with the cowboy hat. Yes. Who the hell do you think you are? Oh. Just who the hell do you think I am? Yay. That was easy.
I heard that before.
Go to the back row again, and you there, right there in the middle.
Is that
Yes, you with the longish hair. Yes, yes. And stat, and sit down, and shut up. Vampires do not sparkle. That's just. I'm not the audience for that franchise. I'm not 8. Say no to fairies? What? No, fairies are good. It's just not when they're pretending to be vampires. It's kind of annoying. But that's just me. That's my. Your turn. My turn.
Let's go to the corner over here.
Just for the question here.
I'm translating.
That is the cutest thing ever. She just came up to share a state secret with me. Pardon me for a moment, fellas. Is that an order, first of all? You have to say that's an order. Is that an order? Yes. Happy birthday, Mr. Singer. That was adorable, by the way. She just kind of flopped up here. And then walks away. I'm like, oh my god. Your voice is so adorable. They're like dogs 5 miles away going crazy. So, and I love the blue hair. Mwah.
Oh, my turn.
Your turn.
Let's see. Someone was really raising their hand in the yellow back there.
Oh, favorite Oron character other than Kyoya? It'd have to be the twins. I love the twins. Twins are really a lot of fun, and they're like Tamaki but smart. So you're welcome. You're welcome. Good question. Right, good question. You in the beret.
What's your favorite character to play at?
Favorite character in general? You must have come late to this panel.
Yeah.
I have a lot of favorites. I love Sebastian, I love Kyoya, but I think, I feel as an actor, you find a way to connect with every character. So I think it's kind of stupid, but my favorite is whatever I happen to be doing that day. Because I just love what I do so much that if it's Soldier B, I love Soldier B, and he's my favorite character ever that day. So it just depends. It just depends. Well, I'm never Soldier A. I'm always Soldier B or C. I've never been Soldier A. It's kind of disappointing.
He's the unsung hero, man. They wrote a song about it. Nutty. Okay, camera. What do I think of 4Kids? I know a lot of the voice actors that work for them, so I think they're awesome people. The voice actors, I don't know them, any people who work for 4Kids. It came to my understanding, like in the past year or so, that all the controversial changes to One Piece were dictated by the Japanese because they wanted to get that show on TV. And to get a show on TV to a widest audience, not whitest, but widest audience as possible,